This video describes one of the most challenging parts of the flour milling process. It explains how a grain of wheat is separated into various materials by grinding and sifting. In particular, we'll take a close look at the first break stage of the milling process, which includes a roller mill and plan sifter. We'll look inside the equipment to see how it operates, and we compare the materials that are produced at the various stages of the process. But first we'll take a look at a grain of wheat in order to understand how it is structured and why such a complex process is required to extract the flour.
Within a grain of wheat is this soft material called endosperm. It's white and can be ground into flour. Holding that inside the grain are several layers of bran skins. They're wrapped around the endosperm and they're holding it within the grain.
The grain needs to be opened in order to release the endosperm, which is then ground into flour. The bran skins are removed from the endosperm by a shearing action that is created by rollers in the first, second, third and fourth break and often fifth break roller mills, and in machines called bran finishers. So we're shearing open the grain of wheat, exposing the endosperm, and then gradually separating the various materials in our plan sifters to extract the white material we grind on our reduction rolls and convert into flour.
The first pass is through the first break roll, and we take whole wheat. And the wheat, as you've probably seen, has got a crease down the centre of it. As I've said, we start with wheat, we grind wheat up, and the throughs of that first break roll, within here there's a whole range of particle sizes. There's a tiny amount of flour, there's great big chunks of bran that have still got endosperm attached to it, and there's coarse flour which we call semolina. So as we go through the sieving process within the first break sifter section, we extract or separate out the large particles of bran that have got endosperm attached to them. We've got coarser semolinas which then go on for further grinding. Prior to that, we would use a purifier to extract the bran from these semolina products. We've got finer semolina again with similar bran levels in it, and again this semolina needs to go through a purifier. We then move on to a material which is known as middlings, which has got granular coarse flour in it, but there's also flour mixed up in there, and finally a tiny amount of finished flour.